Today, I would like to share with you a sutta from Majjhima Nikaya called Rebuke to Mara. Majjhima Nikaya Sutta 50. So this sutta talk about how to skillfully deal with abuse and honors from others. The reason I choose this sutta because in our life, very often we encounter other people's abuse as well as honor. I think abuse more than honor. So, and as a practitioner of Buddha's teaching, we should be able to find a way to cope or to deal with all this abuse and honor skillfully so that the anger and pride will not arise. This is my very good my intention to share this sutta with all of you. Okay. So before I start now, let me pay homage to the Buddha first. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samaha sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samaha sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samaha sambuddhassa. Okay, before I go into the sutta, because the sutta is about the story of Mara, then when we talk about Mara, I just want to remind all of you that there are 4 types of Mara. The Mara is the evil one. So, number 1 of the Mara is Devaputta Mara, the god of evil, which is the main Mara that we would like to discuss in this sutta. The second is Khanda Mara. Khanda means aggregate, our 5 aggregate, right? So why the Khanda is called Mara? Because with the birth of the aggregate, then we are going to face death. So with the assistance of aggregate, now all suffering, sorrow, lamentation all comes about simply because there's Khanda, there's aggregate. Therefore, it's also called Mara. And with the assistance of aggregate, with the birth, then we are going to face death. And nobody like death. Everybody fear of death. Therefore, this death become one of the Mara, the evil of death, which is called Maju Mara. Okay, the last one is called Kilesa Mara. Kilesa mean defilements. We have greed, anger, delusion, jealousy, envy, and so on. So when all these defilements that arise in our mind become very dark, become evil. Under the push of these defilements, we perform bad actions and speech, and bring us to the 4 woeful state when this bad karma ripen. Therefore, it's also called Mara, the evil of defilements, Kilesa, Mara. But today, we would like to focus on the Devaputta Mara, the evil, the god of evil. Okay. This story start with Moggallana. Now, one day, Moggallana, Moggallana, which is the left-hand disciple of the Buddha Gautama. So one day, he was staying at Deer Park. At that time, one of the Mara at Devaputta Mara entered into his belly and tried to harass disturb the Moggallana. So Moggallana feel, oh, today his stomach is very heavy. So then using his psychic power, he found out that Mara has entered into his belly. We all know Mahamoggallana was foremost in psychic power. So he can see what was happening in him. Then he asked the Mara to come out from his belly, do not harass him. Then Mara was very surprised. I said that even Buddha cannot know me so quick. How can Mahamoggallana know me so quick? However, he came out from his belly, from Mahamoggallana's belly, and stood at the door. So Mahamoggallana told him the story, trying to teach him something. So Mahamoggallana told him that in my past life, many eons ago, I am also Mara. In the time of Kakusanda Buddha. Kakusanda Buddha, our time is Gautama Buddha, right? Before Gautama Buddha, there was another Buddha called Kassapa Buddha. Before Kassapa Buddha, there was another Buddha called Kona Gamana Buddha. And before Kona Gamana Buddha, there was another Buddha called Kakusanda Buddha. So during the time of Kakusanda Buddha, Mahamoggallana told his own story. I was a Mara called MaratajjaniyaSutta. So at that time, Kakusanda Buddha has 5 pair of chief disciples, Vidura and Sanjiva. Vidura just like Sariputta, Sanjiva just like Mahamoggallana. So different time of Buddha, they certainly have a pair of top disciples. We call chief disciple, Agga Savaka. Okay. So at that time, Mahamoggallana related his story in the past. He said that I was the Maratajjaniya. And during the time, because Kakusanda, with so many Arahant disciples, and when the monks become Arahant, they have no more rebirth. So then Mara think that I cannot trace, I don't know the cause of rebirth of these monks of good character. Because the purpose of Devaputta Mara is to block, to hinder the attainment of arahantship of a monk of good behavior. If the monk of good behavior attain arahantship, then they have no more rebirth. Then Devaputta Mara cannot control them and cannot see where they are, where they take rebirth, cannot trace them, cannot follow them and control them. Therefore, Devaputta Mara, this Maratajjaniya, who was the Moggallana in his past life. So Maratajjaniya said that, oh, I don't know the cause of rebirth of these monks of good character. I have lost control over them. So now let me now take possession of the householders and telling them to abuse, to scold and harass the virtuous monks. So what is the purpose? What is the purpose that they want to, Mara want to take possession of the householder and ask them to harass and scold and abuse the virtuous monks, with the intention that all these virtuous monks can get very upset downhearted, depressed, even get very angry over other people's, abuse and harassment. So when they get angry, then defilement comes, then Mara Dusi will get an opportunity to control them. This is the bad intention of the Mara Dusi. Then they start, this monk, Mara Dusi, having taken possession of all householder. Then the householder started to abuse, to scold and harass all the followers of the Buddha Kakusanda, including all the Arahants. So Buddha know that. Buddha knew what was happening. And Buddha told the monks. And if you want to know how the whole householder abuse, using what type of words to abuse and scold the monk, you can read the sutta, okay? Because we may not have enough time to go into detail. So the Buddha, knowing the bad intention of Mara Dusi, and told the monks, "Oh monks, the Brahmin and householder have been possessed by Mara Dusi. He told them to abuse you in the hope of upsetting your minds, so that he can find an opportunity to control you, to harass you more, so that you will become very full of defilement. Then easy for him to control you." Then the Buddha say, "Oh, come, meditate. I'm going to teach you how to deal with all this abuse, scold and harassment." Then he say, "Monk, oh come, meditate." Meditate what? Meditate spreading a heart full of love. Mean metta meditation. We know metta meditation is by wishing all being be free from enmity. First one. So the Buddha asked them, now you see all this householder, they are full of enmity to all of you. So can you generate the heart of love and spreading out this heart of love? May all the householder, may all beings be free from enmity, free from anger. So you have to keep spreading, keep meditating on this metta, keep wishing them to be free from enmity. Then not only to them, later on you spread out to one direction, maybe east direction, or to the direction where they stay, and to the second direction, maybe north direction, west direction, or south direction, and to the third and to the fourth direction. So once you are successful in the same way, you should spreading the metta above in the sky, below, on the earth or under the earth, across, everywhere, all around. Spreading a heart full of love to the whole world. Whole world, not only the human world, right? The Deva world, Brahma world, four woeful states world. We have three worlds, Loka, Kama Loka, Lupa Loka, Alupa Loka. So spread out the love to all the world. Abundant, your heart, abundant, full of love, abundant, expansive, limitless, without limit, without boundary, without limit, and free of enmity and ill will. So for those who have not yet practiced the Metta Bhavana, they may not be able to feel the power of Metta Bhavana. Metta Bhavana or meditation, loving kindness meditation, has the power, has the soothing power, and this power will reach to others. How this can happen? Because according to Abhidhamma, our mental state, our mind, not only Abhidhamma, even nowadays scientific research, scientific experiment also prove it is true. So when the mind is full of metta, may all beings be free from enmity. May all beings be free from enmity. And this loving mind can produce 5 particles. We call 5 rupa in the body. We call metta produced by mind. So, and this metta, inside the metta produced by mind, there's a group of rupa, we call rupa kalapa. In one group of rupa kalapa, there is one fire temperature, fire element. This fire element also can produce another group of rupa kalapa spreading out from the body. So the new generation of group, the new generation of rupa kalapa, inside that you also can find another fire element, and this fire element also can produce another generation of rupa kalapa. Therefore, this we call rupa kalapa or call metta produced by fire element can travel very, very far. Can travel very far and reach the others and produce a soothing effect on them. This is the power of metta. This is how the Buddha can use metta to tame elephant Nanagiri, right? And also we can use metta, sending metta to the enemy to soothe their mind, so that they become, so that they they can overcome their anger to us. In the same way, Buddha teach this metta to all the monks, so that with the hope can soothe their enmity, and the monk themselves also will not get into depression or upset. So this metta, not only wisdom to be free from enmity, also wisdom be well and happy, again and again. Okay. Then not only metta, Buddha also teach them to practice compassion, karuna meditation. Meditate spreading a heart full of compassion. How can we radiate compassion towards all this, householder who are scolding, who were scolding and abuse the monk? So when this householder with the anger abuse, harass the monk, their mind is full of suffering, right? They are not free from suffering when the mind is with anger. So Buddha teach them. So see, they are full of suffering. Their mind is in turmoil. So please have compassion for them. And when they die, also because they abuse all of you, virtuous monks. So when they die, they were born into 4 woeful states. So what a misery they are going to encounter in the future, as well as now they are suffering from the anger. So please have the metta, and have the compassion for them. So may they be free from mental suffering. You can keep, Buddha taught them, you can wish them to free from mental suffering. May they be free from bad consequences of their bad karma. So this is how the compassion, karuna, compassion meditation works. In the same way, when we meet with abuse from others, we also should, apart from metta, we should also generate compassion. Right? May they be free from this bad karma by abusing us, which is not true, right? So may they be free from the bad karma, may they be free from the mental suffering. When they, abuse us, they must suffer mentally. So keep, when you keep generate compassion to them, then the anger will not arise in you. Instead, the compassion, which is a very powerful and beautiful mental state, will take over, will arise in your mind. Okay, so when we radiate this a heart full of compassion, not only to them, but to different direction, to one direction, to the second, and to the third, and to the fourth. It means to the north, south, west, east, and so on, and to the above and to below, across, everywhere, all around, until your heart is full of compassion for all sentient beings. Okay. Important, when we do this metta and bhavana, we want to overcome our own anger, because anger is kilesa, mara, another mara for us. So after we overcome our anger, then we generate more beautiful mental quality, as well as we are helping others. By metta, we soothe other people's anger. We soothe, because metta got soothing effect, so that they will not have enmity to us. We are also helping others. Not only help ourselves, we are also helping others. And the third one is meditate spreading a heart full of rejoicing. But in this case, for my opinion, in this case, this mudita, appreciative joy is not so suitable for this time. Metta is very suitable, karuna very suitable, but rejoicing may be less suitable at this time. So you can escape. If such thing happen to you, you can escape this one, but focus on metta, karuna, and the last one, equanimity, upekkha. So the ways to face abuse, apart from the metta and karuna, we also spread a heart full of equanimity. How can we do the upekkha bhavana or equanimity meditation? We have to think of sabbe satta kamma sakka. All beings have karma as their heir. All beings have karma as their own property. All beings are born from the karma. So in the same way, I am the heir of my own karma. So now I'm abused. I'm abused or harassed by others, simply because it was the result of my bad karma in the past. I'm now, because this is my own bad karma done in the past, so I have to reap that type of karma. So it's my own karma. It's my result of my bad karma. So it's very fair, when in the past I abused others. Now the bad karma returned to me, so I reaped the same bad result. Then I'm being abused by others. So it's very fair. It's fair enough. How can I abuse others and others get hurt, and then I'm free from that bad karma? It's impossible, right? So when facing the abuse, harassment and scolded by others, we can reflect karma and effect, cause and effect. Sabbe satta kamma sakka. Simply is a law of cause and effect. And the law of cause and effect is universal true. It's universal fair. So when you think in this way, then you can maintain equanimity. Most people cannot maintain equanimity simply because when they are abused by others, I'm not doing wrong. I'm not wrong. Why this person abused me? So if you think of I am not wrong. I am not wrong. Why they abuse me? So the way of seeing things is the ways of seeing things is based on the I, my, myself. This is called Sakayariti. This is called identity view, personality view. So when you see things based on the identity view or personality view, then the anger should arouse one, because everybody loves the self. Who want to be abused? Who want to be harassed by others, right? So when you think of, why I'm abused, then anger sure pop up into your mind. Then you want to take revenge. Therefore, this is not the yoniso manasikara. This is not wise attention. And according to Buddha's teaching, there's no self is the wrong view, right? So in order to overcome this type of wrong thinking, then you see the law of cause and effect. You try to see, this is the effect of the previous cause. It simply is a process of cause and effect. Trying not to see I, myself, or he, she abused me, they abused me, and so on. Only then you can maintain equanimity. Okay, then Buddha taught them, you spread a heart full of equanimity to different direction, then above, below, across, everywhere, all around, and spread a heart full of equanimity to the whole world, abundant, expansive, limitless, free of enmity and ill will. So now we get to know how to face abuse. That is by practice for Brahma Vihara. For Brahma Vihara, or for supreme abiding, which is loving kindness, metta, compassion, karuna, mudita, sympathetic joy, and upekkha, equanimity. So if we even practice one, also enough. You don't have to practice all. You can practice. To me, for most people, through my teaching experience, for many people say that in order to send metta to one who is abusing me, I feel very difficult, because he is my enemy. He abused me, he become my enemy. And I still have to wish him to be happy, free from enmity. It's very difficult for most people who has no mental strength. But compassion is much better. It's more easy to do, because we do not wish other people go to fall woeful state, right? We do not wish others to suffer so badly, right? So may you free from all bad consequences. This karuna, compassion meditation, which is very easy to do. You should try to do this. And equanimity also very easy. You try to reflect the law of cause and effect. Try not to see self. Just the world is operating by law of cause and effect. Try to see the conditional phenomena. Try to see is the past karma, is the result of past bad karma. Is fair, is universal true. Then you can remain equanimous. So I would like to suggest you, when facing abuse by others, try to use karuna meditation, compassion meditation, and upekkha, equanimity meditation. So what is the destination of all the people who abuse the monk of good conduct after their deaths? I think all of them knows. Go to four woeful states, to the hell, great hell, or different type of hell. the hell is the worst among the four woeful states. Therefore, you see, those who abuse us, they suffer accordingly. They suffer this life, they suffer next life. And we are being abused. If we can use the correct way to face abuse, and we are free from all suffering. And we also will not have anger, which will cause, because of anger, we will do unwholesome action and speech that can cause us to reborn in the four woeful states. Right? Therefore, skillfully deal with abuse is very important to protect us as well as to protect others. Okay. What Dusi Mara? So what Dusi Mara? What is his bad intention? Faith. Faith to cause anger to all the virtuous monks, all the Buddha's disciples. So Mara get very upset. Okay. Then he occurred to Mara Dusi again. Even when I do this, I don't know the cause of rebirth of these monks of good character. Why don't I take possession of these Brahmins and householders and say, come, all of you, honor, respect, esteem, and venerate the monks of good character. Hopefully, by doing this, we can upset their minds so that the Mara Dusi can find an opportunity. So you see, Mara is so, has such a bad intention. Now he's trying to use another way to defeat and to cause the defilement to arise in the virtuous monk, so that the Mara can control them. Then how can the honor, respect, esteem, and venerate can upset the monk's mind? Right. How come the Dusi Mara use such skill, use such a way to upset the virtuous monk's mind by honoring them, by respect them, by give them more veneration? We all know we want to upset other people's mind. We abuse them, scold them, right? Harass them. But how come by honor, by respect and venerate them, we can upset other people's mind? What do you think? This simply because for monks, if you get a lot of honor, a lot of respect and esteem, you will become the pride, mana. The pride will arise in him. The pride will arise in the monk's mind, and they will become more negligent. Oh, you see, I'm being honored and respected and venerated by so many people. So I no need to try harder already. I'm great. I'm the hero, So the pride will arise in them. When the pride itself is kilesa, is defilements. So when the pride arises in them, then they become negligent. They don't want to try very hard. They cannot attain arahantship. When they fail to attain arahantship, then Mara, Dusi Mara, can find them when they take rebirth. They can find them where they take rebirth, and they can control them. So there is another even bad, even worse intention of Mara Dusi trying to arouse the monks' kilesa, defilement, so that Mara Dusi can control them. So therefore he said, hopefully by doing this, we can upset their mind. Upsetting their mind means let them let defilements arise in them. So that Mara Dusi may find an opportunity to control them. Okay, so among we as a human being, we always like to be honored, to be respected, to be treated well, right? But sometimes, for lay person, I don't know, but for monastic, Buddha always taught us all this respect, honor, and are the Mara, are the kilesa Mara for us. All the respect, honors from the devotees are the kilesa Mara, the Mara of defilement, the evil of defilement for the monks. For lay person, I don't know. Once you are being respected and honored by others, I don't know what happened to your mind. But for monastic, we are constantly admonished by the Buddha that all this respect, honor, are the kilesa Mara, are the defilement, the evil of defilement that can cause us to become more and more negligent and lost the effort to practice harder in the teaching of the Buddha, in the path pursuing the liberation. Okay. So then, how to face the honor? When, especially for the monastic, So how can we face the honor so that the mind will become unshaken, remain calm? So before I give the answer, how if you when you encounter people's honor, respect, and how not to let the pride to arise? So before I give answer, can I have like one or two answer from you? If you want to, maybe Hui Ling, can you answer? I just want to let you. I just want you to think.
Sayalay, you want me to answer how do we actually by honor the monks can upset their mind, is it?
No. How? But let's say you receive the honor and respect from others. So how not to let the pride arise in you?
How not to let the pride arise in me? I think if we are mindful all the time, we need to contemplate the arising of the how to say it, means we feel that we are so powerful compared to others, we are so great, our knowledge is so good. If we have that kind of mindfulness, we should be able to realize it the moment it arises in ourselves.
Even it arises in yourself, if you know it may not it may not subside, Oh, I know the pride arises in me. Oh, I just knowing, then the pride will not subside by itself. It may even grow. It may even grow stronger, right?
Oh, okay. The way, how do we actually counter this? Is it?
Yes. Okay, any others want to try? If you have not read the sutta, if you have not read the sutta, then what is your answer? If you read the sutta, then I will later tell you what the sutta say. You don't have to tell me now.
Maybe maybe we contemplate that it's also impermanent. It will not last forever. The pride, the honor that we get will somehow fade one day, and it is not with us all the time. We can be high up, we can go down very fast also. This is all impermanent.
Good. This means contemplate impermanent. Chayin, very good. Hopefully we put it into practice. Okay. Okay.
Sorry, this is Baek Hoon.
Yes.
In the recent few days,
I don't know. See your face. Do you on your camera?
Yes, I on. Do you see me?
No, I didn't see. Maybe I thought it was spot you one. Pegwin, yes, I see already.
Okay. In the recent few days, I try to go back to breathing in and out, practice for a few minutes. Then with this one, it helped me to make myself more calm and not work together with the so high and enjoy feeling. Keep myself more calm and concentrate. It helped a bit what I feel.
So we mean by going back to your breathing now.
Yeah, anapanasati, knowing the breathing in and out for a few minutes. Yeah. But it not really very obvious, but a bit I can sense in this few days.
Yeah. Okay, but still not overcoming the pride. The pride. I think you agree.
If I'm in the environment already, I will believe that I will totally join and let go all the control and concentrate.
Okay. Let's see what the Buddha's answer. I think the Buddha's answer is the most is the best admonishment for us. So when when all this householder and trying to honor them by offering good food, by following them, offering good food, giving them all the services, treat them very highly. So Buddha say, Monk, the Brahmins and householder have been possessed by Maradusi. He told them to venerate you in a hope of upsetting your minds, so that he can find an opportunity. Come, meditate, observing. Buddha give 4 ways to overcome this, to overcome the defilement that may arise due to other people's respect. He said, come meditate, observing. Number 1, impurity of the body. Asubha bhavana. Asubha, impurity of the body. So how can you practice impurity of the body? In Buddha's teaching, there are 2 ways you can do. One is contemplate 32 parts of the body. We call Asubha bhavana. Head, hair, we contemplate the whole body is made up by the impurity, like head, hair, body hair, head, hair impure. You can imagine, when you do not wash your hair for 1 month, the smell. Even I do not wash my hair for maybe 1 week. I have no hair, Even then, I do not wash my head, my hair for 1 week. When I meditate, I can feel the foul smell, the bad smell come out from my short hair. Not to speak those who have long hair, right? So that is the nature. The head hair is impure, simply because we wash them every time. We wash them, whenever they get dirty, we wash them. Therefore, we wash away the bad smell. So by nature, it is very impure. So head hair impure, body hair, nail, teeth, our teeth even worse. This is the reason why every morning when we get up, we want to clean our teeth, we want to wash our teeth, want to brush our teeth, simply because it produces very bad smell, right? So this is the nature. This is the nature of our body. which is full of smell, bad smell, and is very impure. But all this impurity are being covered, erased, because we wash it every day. So you should reflect. So when we get honor, or delight in the world, we get very highly respected, or we feel we are great, So we try to contemplate impurity of the body, head, hair, impure, and think how impure is. You can imagine the hair, stuck in the bathroom there. All the hair stuck together and in the bathroom. Or you can pull out one of your hair and put in your dish one day. Breakfast, you pull out one of your hair and mix with your dish and see what you want to eat. See you want to eat or not. This is how you can contemplate impurity of the body. Head hair, body hair, nail, teeth, skin. Then inside organ, heart, lung, spleen, liver, bowel, and stomach, and so on. How this impure of the internal organ, and to the last one, and to the last one, urine, including pus, sweat. When you are sweating, I think nobody want to come close to you when you are sweating so much, right? Because of the bad smell of the sweat. And blood, pus, and also urine. So you reflect 32 parts. If you want to know what are the 32 parts, you can go to Google and search 32 parts of impure body. From the first one, head, hair, up to the last one, urine, and keep reflecting the impurity of them until you feel that you get very humiliated by having this impure body. Then you won't feel proud of yourself. You don't feel pride. You don't feel delighted having this body. Okay, this is the first antidote that Buddha give to the monks to overcome their pride, to overcome when being venerated and respected. Okay. Then the second one, the way to face honor. The second antidote is the first one, to overcome the impurity of the body, is to overcome the sexual desire. Because as a monk, when you are being venerated, you are being treated great, highly respected, and then you attract a lot of devotees, especially female devotees, female followers. So they will follow you, serve you, and give you the best food, offer you the fine robes, and give you the best dwelling place. Then, being under such situation, then the monk will become very negligent. When the monk become very negligent, then the sensual desire arise. Having to be contact with so many female, having to mix or to associate with so many female followers, then the sexual desire may arise in him. When the sexual desire arises in the monks, then the Mara can find an opportunity to control that monk. So for this reason, Buddha teach impurity, ask the monk to contemplate impurity of the body to overcome the sexual desire for opposite sex. Okay, second one, to perceive. The way to face honor is to, second one is to perceive the repulsiveness of food. Nowadays, the obesity is very popular all over the world, especially in the West. When I first went to America, that's 20 years ago, I was shocked to see how can people so fat, and almost so many people are so fat. And when they eat the big bowl, which I can eat 3 days, they one meal finish it. So at that time I was very shocked. because we Asian people are not as fat as the American. So the way to face honor is to contemplate or perceive the repulsiveness of food. Why? Because when you are well treated, the monks are well honored, well treated, and they are offered the very good food, plenty of food choices, and they are offered so many good food, then they will become very negligent. They eat without mindfulness, and they will eat more and more without limit, without control. So after food, usually for all of us, if we eat more than the body needs, then after that the mind become very sleepy, sleepy, restless, and become dull. Sloth and torpor will arise in him. So when the sloth and torpor and laziness arise in the monk, then the Maratajjaniya will find an opportunity to control the monk. Then the monk may not be able to attain higher stage of sainthood. Therefore, Buddha teach them to perceive the repulsiveness of food. How can we do it? So that we will not overeating. How can we do it? First, we can contemplate. You see, the food is colorful, different color, different taste, well clean, well cooked, and variety, and putting in a bowl. So, but when you put the food into your mouth, then you start to chew. Before you swallow, you spit out the food, and the original colorful, fresh, beautiful, and variety all change when you spit out, because it's being chewed, thoroughly chewed already. So when you spit out, it becomes so, how to call, they call ugly sight. It's not so good looking as before. And even you don't want to swallow it back again. You want to take it back and put into your mouth again. So you see the food has been changed, become disgusting. Then you can contemplate this way, or you can contemplate being where the food go inside the belly, go inside the stomach and being digested by stomach. Then it come out as feces. It come out from our body as feces. So what are these feces? All these feces originally come from the food, right? So if you can contemplate in this way, you will feel, oh, the food is very disgusting. Then when you feel the food is very disgusting, you will eat less. Or you will think I eat only to sustain my body. That's enough. More than that, it's very disgusting to me. In this way, you eat only what your body needs for you to have energy to strive for the path, to strive for higher stage of the attainment. Then Mara will not find an opportunity in you. This is how the monk, the Buddha teach the monk to perceive the repulsiveness of food, so that they can control or overcome their craving for food. Sometimes the monk, when they are meditating, nothing to attach to. The only thing they can attach is the food and the sleep, right? And the ropes, food and sleep. So these are the things they can attach to. So in order not to get attached to the food, Buddha teach them to perceive the repulsiveness of food. So the purpose is to overcome the craving for food. Okay, the third method Buddha taught them to face the honor is by observing the impermanence of all conditions. just like just now what Chayan say, how can we, you know, when the pride in when we are being honored, respected by people, how not to let pride arise in us? We contemplate impermanent. Impermanent of what? Impermanent of that honor, impermanent of that prize. Or we contemplate conditional. Now they praise us, tomorrow they abuse us again. And then day after tomorrow, praise us again. And then following day, abuse us again. All these are impermanent, are conditional, nothing lasts. So we contemplate in that way. Not only that, we also contemplate our body. Our body is also impermanent, full of impurity, foulness of the body. Our body is also full of impurity, also impermanent. So if you keep your attention to your body, from top of the head down to the soul, again and again, contemplate the 4 elements: water, earth element, water element, fire element, wind element, again and again, again and again, many days, many months. Then you will find out there is no solidity of the body. And the elements appear like a lump of form or particles or the bubbles. The whole body appear like bubbles arising, vanishing, arising, vanishing, form and dissolve. Like bubbles form and dissolve, form and dissolve. There's no solidity. It's just a mess of impermanent. So even our body apparently look very solid. You know, you can touch your hand, you can touch your head, you can touch your whole body. You know, it appears so stable and so solid. But under the contemplation, under the practice, the body appear like a bubbles, form and vanishing, form then vanishing. So no solidity at all. Then not to say even the body appears so solid, finally it's just arising and passing. Not to speak all this honor, respect, praise, veneration from others. They are just like what? The cloud in the sky soon gone. Just the cloud in the sky soon go away. So if you think that way, if you keep contemplate impermanent, not only the honor itself, but also your mind and the body and your feeling also. Our feeling is also arising. Good feeling also comes and go, comes and go. So if you can contemplate, your mind, the honor, the feeling are all impermanent, then you will not attach to that honor. When you do not attach to that honor, then the conceit will not arise. Even conceit arise or pride arise in you. You contemplate that pride is conditional, it's not lasting, come and go. Then it also will not take root. Conceit and pride, conceit and pride will not take root in your heart. Not only then, you feel humiliated by seeing everything come and go, come and go. You feel humiliated. You feel more humble by all this conditional phenomena. In this way, the Mara will find an opportunity to control the monk. Okay? The next one is to contemplate or perceiving disenchantment with the whole world. When a practicing yogis, a practicing monk, keep seeing the impermanent of the body, the impermanent arising and passing away of feeling, whatever feeling that arise, they see it, then it passes away, and they see the different mind moment, different thought, different like anger, hatred, and so on. When they see it, contemplate impermanent, they gone, pass away. So whatever they see, all this are just arising and passing away, and the mind become disenchanted. become disenchanted, disgusting with the whole world. The whole world means the world of 5 aggregate, the internal and external. Whatever you see your 5 aggregate as impermanent, non-self, then other 5 aggregate, the external mean your spouse, your family, there are 5 aggregates, also same as like you, they are also impermanent. Therefore, you become very disenchanted with the whole world, internal world and external world. So when you become disenchanted, then the honor, the respect, the veneration will, you receive from others will not shake your mind. Because you know, you already see all nothing lasts, all are impermanent. You already become disenchanted with the world already. So that honor and respect will not shake your mind. You will remain equanimous. So these are the 4 ways to overcome or to face honor. So what are the 4 ways? Remember that. Number 1, seeing impurity of the body. Second one, perceiving the repulsiveness of food. Third one, observing the impermanence of all conditions. And the 4th one, perceiving disenchantment with the whole world. So these are the 4 ways you should apply when you receive honor, praise from others, so that the defilements will not arise in you. When a defilement arises in you, and you become the victim of kilesa mara as well as devaputta mara. Okay. Then Buddha faith. Then the Mara Dusi, faith to control the monks, because the monk by contemplating all, by following all the instruction given by the Buddha, their mind remain unshakable. So Dusi, Mara Dusi faith to seduce the monk. So the next day morning, the Blessed One, Kakusanta, went into village for alms, followed by the chief disciple, Vidura. At that time, the Mara Dusi took possession of a certain boy and picked up a rock and hit Vidura on the head, cracking it open. And Vidura, with blood pouring from his cracked skull, still followed behind the Buddha Kakusanta. Here we can see the Mara Dusi knows Mara Dusi no boundary. Mara Dusi had done a great offense to the monk by throwing a piece of rock and hurt Arahant Vidura. However, when Vidura, being the top disciple of Buddha, with blood pouring from his cracked skull, remain unshakable, remain still, remain calm, remain equanimous, and without any complaint, he followed behind the Buddha without saying anything, without complaining. Here we can see the strength of an Arahant, how he composed himself, right? But the Buddha Kakusanta, turned to gaze back the way elephants do, and saying, this Maradusi knows no bounds. And with that look, Maradusi fell from that place and was reborn in the great hell. And when Maradusi, we should not forget Maradusi, Maradusi is Moggallana's previous life. We will talk about this later. So Maradusi had been roasted in hell for many millennium years, many thousand years again and again. He was roasted in the hell. This is Moggallana told his story to the Mara who trying to harass him. So after Mahamoggallana finished telling the story, then Mahamoggallana told the Mara, evil one, you have much suffer by assaulting such a monk, an enlightened one's disciple. You only burn yourself. So he admonished trying to tell the Mara his own story, while he was also Mara in the past, and how he attacked Buddha's disciple, and finally was roasted in the hell for 1,000 years, thousand years, and suffer accordingly. So you also, you come and harass me, Moggallana, being the disciple of enlightened one and Arahant. So by this abuse, harassment, you only burn yourself. Therefore, we say karma is our own property. Karma, we are born from our karma. Karma is our heir. If we don't protect, if we don't protect our own action, we will suffer accordingly through our bad karma. Okay, so when the Mara heard what the Moggallana say, then he immediately disappeared from there. Disappear from there, they not to disturb the Moggallana again. Okay, so now here is the end of the Sutta 50. But I have a question, why I chose this sutta, not only because we want to learn the skill how to face the abuse and honor, so that defilement will not arise in us. And when no defilement arises in us, we are safe. We will not perform unwholesome action and speech. This one intention, why I choose this sutta. The second intention, this sutta shocks me a lot. Why it shocks me? Because you see, Mahamoggallana, he was the top hand disciple, left hand disciple of the Buddha, and foremost in psychic power. So during Gautama Buddha's time, he helped Buddha a lot to propagate the teaching of the Buddha. So when Mahamoggallana and Venerable Sariputta passed away, Buddha said, oh, the sasana, the dispensation of the Buddha appeared to me empty. So when Buddha say like that, we can see how important Mahamoggallana and Mahakassapa were. Without them to help Buddha, then the Buddha's teaching cannot spread so big and wide, so far and wide. Therefore, these top disciples are very important to Buddha, and also very important to help the dispensation of the Buddha to be flourish. However, you see, the samsara, the round of rebirth, is very frightening. the round of rebirth is very fearful. Even though Mahamongganana was the top disciple of the Buddha Gautama, but in the past, he was a Mara. He he tried to attack the Buddha's disciple. Now he persuade other people to scold, to abuse, to harass all the disciple of the Buddha. He tried many ways to become the enemy, to defeat them. And finally, he suffered from his bad action and reborn in the hell. Even the top disciple of the Gautama Buddha now behaved so badly in the past. How about us? How about us and in noble or not noble, ordinary follower of Buddha's teaching? In the past, we may have done worse than what the Maharadusi did, right? And we also have to suffer accordingly to our owing to our bad past karma. So if we can reflect in this way, we will see the round of rebirth is very frightening. So now we have the opportunity to learn the teaching of the Buddha. We should spend our time to practice more the teaching of the Buddha, so that to protect ourselves, not to do any bad action, not to do any bad speech and action that only harm ourselves and harm others. So this is my sincere wish to all of you, to spend more time to listen to the talk, to practice the Dhamma, to think wisely, to reflect the teaching of the Buddha, so to protect yourself as well as to protect others, and to not let unwholesome thoughts that arise in you without your awareness. This is the end of my teaching. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
We'll start the Q&A then. Okay, Sally, I will read the questions. And okay, the first questions. There are a few ways to do metta meditations, but I'm doubtful and confused. Can Sally explain which is the proper way to do metta meditation? Okay.
I think I think because many people don't understand metta meditation in many ways. Okay, first, I think what you all learn metta meditation is first, send metta to yourself, then choose a respectful person, right? Then after that, if you're successful, to a neutral person. Then after neutral person, to enemy. This is the usual way we teach. But there's another way we call metta meditation through direction. We call directional metta meditation. Like what the Buddha said just now, you send metta to one direction, all being, may all being be free from enmity in the south, in the north, in the west, and so on, and above and below. These are called directional metta meditation. Usually, when we teach meditation, we start with oneself, respectable person, then for different respectable person, until you really feel metta, then you change to neutral person and to enemy. Why? Because this is the most easy way to cultivate metta first. And because the object is clear. Let's say you send a metta to a respectable person. The object is clear, and this person is whom you respect. whom you like, you respect. So easy for you to arouse metta. Now, all meditation should start with the easy one first. If we do not start with this one, we start with, oh, may all being in the West be happy, be well and happy. But the object is not clear to you. What are the beings? You cannot see anyone in the West. You cannot see. And those beings may not be what you like first. So metta is not easy to arouse if you start with the directional metta. Only when you are successful you have the taste of metta already, and you are successful sending metta to the respectable one, to the neutral one, and to your friend, and so on. The respectable one, your friend, and neutral one, and so on. Then you can start with directional one, because directional one is including all beings. So all beings are very general terms. So it may not clear to you. When it's not clear to you, the metta is difficult to arouse. So if you start with metta to personal first, your respectable one first, your friend. Don't do the parent first. Don't do your spouse and parent, because they easy, metta easy change to attachment. When you are not realized, when you do not realize, the metta will change to attachment. Okay, so we send to the person we like, our friend, our teacher, our respectable person. When you have the metta already, then you try a neutral one, and try to the some animals and so on, some pets and so on. Then you can spread to a direction. You don't have to go to the west, south, so difficult one first. You go to your neighbor first. Neighbor whom you also know. Who are your neighbors, right? Your neighbors, your town area, like Greenland, the whole being, the people in the Greenland, then expanding to the Georgetown, and expanding to the West Malaysia, East Malaysia, then to the Southeast Asia, and to the Asia, and to the spreading out and out until the whole world. So this is the two ways you can do. Okay. What is the proper way? So proper way is to start with the person first, your respectable one first, your friend. And then after that, you successful, you taste the metta already, you can do some to your nearby friend. Then gradually you do directional, you expand your metta to the directional, mean to your whole town, whole kampong, whole Malaysia, and so on, until the whole world. Okay. Second question.
Okay, the second question is, how do we ensure we are living life positively in addressing the challenges we face in the life, if practitioners also embrace disenchantment with the world?
I think first of all, I think you misunderstand disenchantment with the world. This disenchantment with the world is the inside knowledge. It's not that, oh, you see everything, you feel disenchanted, want to work also disenchanted. If we live disenchantment, you see, let me give you an example. If all the monks also embrace the disenchantment with the world, then they don't have the positive thinking to do the sasana, to promote the Buddha's teaching already. So if I feel disenchantment with the world all the time, I'm not going to teach you online already. Why? Because I feel so disenchanted. So it's not the way you think disenchantment is. It's not the way you think. It's just the inside knowledge. When you see the this impermanent again and again, your mind start to feel disenchanted with the whole world. Only when that insight arises, then you feel that. But it doesn't mean that all the time, 24 hours, you feel disenchanted with the world. No. What is called inside knowledge? Inside knowledge is arise at that moment. At that moment, you pay attention to the impermanent, then you feel disenchanted. After that, you still living in the world, you still think positively, you still have metta for others, you still can do compassion for others. So at that moment, it arises. Therefore, Buddha teach, when you face the honor, respect from others, you try to arouse this disenchantment so that the pride will not arise. After that, you can do other meditation subject, you can do metta, make yourself happy again. So it's just at that moment only, not all the time. Okay, understand?
Okay, the next question is,
wait, Brother Fu, why the wording all become blur already? Is your computer blur or my problem?
I think it will be clear now.
Now clear already. Okay.
Okay. The next question is, will there be a rising of pride feelings after the attainment of Sakadagami?
As Buddha say, the pride only will be eradicated by Arahant. Only Arahant has no pride. So I think after attainment of Sakadagami, the pride is still there. But that type of pride is very subtle. That type of pride will not cast him to be reborn in 4 woeful states. Right? So I feel that after attainment of Sakadagami, there's maybe some satisfaction. Oh, I have achieved the Sakadagami. That satisfaction is not the pride. It's not a pride, it's just a satisfaction, right? However, as I say, only Arahant has no pride. So after attainment of Sakadagami, the pride may not arise sometimes. When the condition for the pride to arise, the pride will arise. Because pride is conditional phenomena and not yet been uprooted completely. So it will arise. But the degree of that pride will not cause him to be reborn in a 4 woeful state only. Okay? Next one.
Okay, so the next questions, I think a lot of questions are regarding this. Embrace disenchantment with the world can lead to depression. For monks, I think they have a purpose to reach enlightenment. So it's okay. I'm not sure what it means. So is it normal? Is it okay for layperson? I think that's a question, I think.
Yeah. I think first of all, as I say, you misunderstand disenchantment. You thought disenchantment is with you all the time, 24 hours. It's not like that. It is an inside knowledge. Inside knowledge means it only arises when you practice vipassana. Then inside knowledge, when you see a lot of impermanent, then it becomes disenchanted. At that inside knowledge, when the arising time. Then after that, the inside knowledge will affect your way of thinking. You become less attached. The disenchantment causes less attachment to the world. When you have less attachment, then you have less suffering. So less depression, right? It's not what you think it leads to depression. No, it becomes less depression. All attachment cause suffering and depression also. Because unfulfilled things cause depression, right? Why unfulfilled? Because you attach to it, and what you attach is unfulfilled, then it will cause depression. But disenchantment is different. Disenchantment is you see correctly what the world is. The world is illusion, is impermanent. So it becomes disenchanted, and not all the time. Disenchantment is not occurring all the time. It affects some of your thinking only. So when you get disenchanted and you become less attached. When you are less attached, then less suffering. So I can say the disenchantment lead to less attachment, and less attachment lead to less suffering. When there's less suffering, there's more happiness. So I think you all think wrongly the word because you do not experience the insight. So you only think it as a word. You do not think it as an insight. Okay? Unless you reach the insight, you can understand. Otherwise, you think it according to the word, the meaning of the word. Okay, next question.
Okay, the next question is, when one faces Mara, is one supposed to practice Vipassana and stay in calmness, then into emptiness?
When one faces Mara, one supposed to practice Vipassana. As Buddha give different way, face the abusement. When you face abuse, or when you face honors, Buddha already give you the way. So when one face Mara, then one also can practice Vipassana. Contemplating impermanent is also Vipassana. It's one of the Vipassana. What is Vipassana? Vipassana is to see, things as impermanent, suffering, non-self. So Buddha already say, when you have to face Mara, you have to practice contemplate impermanent, which is Vipassana practice. Then when you practice Vipassana, of course you maintain calmness. You maintain calmness, and you can go into emptiness. That's even better. Okay, next question.
Okay, the next question I think similar. I don't know. I just read on the 4 contemplation when receiving honors. Isn't it a little too negative when we just contemplate on negative factors in our bodies and life, though they may be the facts? How do we bring in more positive energy into our life to face challenges positively?
Wow, this is, I think, also wrong understanding on the Dhamma. Okay, on the 4 contemplation when we receive honor, isn't a little too negative when we just contemplate on negative factor in our body and life? What do you mean negative factor in our body and life? Contemplate impermanent is not negative factor. If you, sorry, I have to tell you the truth. From what you say, I surely believe you are not a practitioner, right? If you're a practitioner, you wouldn't ask this type of question. Contemplate impermanent is to see things as they really are. Buddhism is not negative or positive. Buddhism is see things as they really are. So when you see this honor, you just see things as they really are, so that you will not attach to the honor. It's not a negative thinking. How come you say it's a negative factor in our body and life? Therefore, I can say you are not the practitioner. I think you are you do not practice Vipassana. Therefore, you think you only you see words and think according to what you want to think. So to me, it's not negative at all. It's to see things as they really are, right? So then I don't have to answer the rest already. The more positive energy to see this honor or abuse are impermanent is to see things as they really are, so that you will not attach to it. So when you are not attached to it, you will have less suffering, which I think is very positive. Why? When you suffer a lot, through attachment, you suffer. When you suffer, it's negative. Okay, next question.
Okay, the next questions. Sayalay, can we do the 4 Brahma Vihara meditation at the same time or one at a time?
I think one at a time already. One at a time will be the best, because to do all, it takes a lot of time. You just cannot simply recite like that, right? You have to really you have to do it until you really have the metta. So if you do it, it's better to do it once in a time until you thoroughly, master each one. Then you are so familiar with each one. Then one time you can try to do all 4 at a time. Otherwise, you do one at a time will be better. Then other time when the condition arise, for example, when somebody abuse you, you can do just compassion or just do equanimity. But when normal time, you just do once. choose whatever you feel suitable for you. Okay, next one.
Okay, next questions. Able to stop the anger by realizing the rising of feeling and walk away. When see the same person, no anger, but just feeling neutral. Any further step needed? I think the question is from the person. He says that he's able to stop the anger by realizing
I understand.
the rising.
Yeah, I understand the question. I just think
Okay.
how am I going to answer you only? I think you want any further step. If you satisfied with what you are doing, if you satisfy what you are doing, I think it's okay. Otherwise, you can go through. Otherwise, you can contemplate your anger. If you want to progress further, you can take anger as your mental object. Like 4 foundation of mindfulness, contemplation of the mind. So, but if just like that, you still cannot see impermanent, your spiritual growth stop short. So, for you to move further, you should just, for you to move further, to see things as they really are. So you can just, next time, you can contemplate your anger. Take the anger as a mental object and contemplate it impermanent, and saying not myself, it's just an effect of the cause. What is the cause? You can trace what caused you anger, right? See cause and effect. Only then your wisdom grow. Your way of, you're able to stop the anger by realizing the rising of feeling and walk away. Yes, can, but you do not develop wisdom further by seeing cause and effect, by seeing conditional, by seeing impermanent, by seeing non-self of the anger. Okay, next one.
Okay, next one. In the competitive working place, how practitioner can handle people with many faces and lying, while our meditation still not strong enough to radiate the metta?
If you think your meditation is not strong enough to radiate a metta, then try harder to practice metta more. Right? If you think you're still weak in that aspect, you have to put more effort to strong it. And when you strong it, your mind becomes strong. Then when you face all this, different faces and lying, you will remain unshakable. So now the problem is that your meditation is not strong, then you got to make it strong. No one can help you, you only can help yourself, right? So I don't think there's other, I think you still have to practice to make your metta stronger and practice more. Anytime you can practice metta, when you walk to the street, you walk back home, you go walk to the car, you just send metta to all beings. Whenever there's opportunity to send metta and make it strong, then only then you can face up and down in your life, right? Next one.
Okay, next questions. Dear Sayalay, how do I know if I have successfully radiated metta or progress in metta bhavana? Can I report my practice to you? I need guidance.
First of all, because first of all, if you want to report, if you need guidance, you have to go to my retreat. I have so many retreats in Kuala Lumpur, in AVMC, in Klang, in BMV. You have to go and attend that retreat. During Buddha's time, anyone want to learn, they travel months walking to see the monk in order to receive the guidance. But nowadays, we as a lay person, you all as a lay person, you don't have that type of enthusiasm, effort. You want to take things easy. Oh, just telephone, can you guide me? I'm sorry to say that. I'm not going to teach meditation through telephone. Okay, so if you wish to progress faster, you have to go for retreat. This is your own effort. Nobody can help you without your sincere effort. Okay, next one.
Okay, the next questions. May Sayalay guide on how to be more careful about harsh speech when there's something unpleasant is heard, anger is noted. However, the unpleasant reply to rebut still spoken out. By right, should have remained silent and contemplate on anger, not to speak out.
Okay, I think you should not feel disheartening. Practice makes perfect, right? So when something not pleasing is heard, anger is noted, then you keep saying anger impermanent, keep saying anger impermanent, anger is impermanent, keep saying until anger subsides. I think you lack of this sustained mindfulness and effort. You are lacking sustained mindfulness and effort. Therefore, the anger will take over that you, then you will speak something harshly. So what you need is sustained effort and mindfulness on that anger. Keep saying anger is impermanent, anger is impermanent. Sure, it subsides one. So now you know what you are missing. So you just need to increase that effort and mindfulness. We call sustained effort and mindfulness. So one day when you able to control, then you gain confidence. When you gain confidence, you know the method works for you. So you will apply it again and again until you finally defeat the anger and you see the joy of the Dhamma. When you have joy in the Dhamma, the faith increase in you. When the faith increase in you, you have more effort to do more. This is how you should do. Okay. Okay, that's all for our question.
We have one last question, but I'm not sure you want to take that. Let me show it. Not sure it's relevant. I have heard from some Dhamma talk that if we have not attained stream entry, our metta meditation will not have much effect. Not true. I have so many students reported to me. One of my students, which is very new in I just knew her. She just started to practice meditation. She just started to practice the Dhamma. And she told me that in the office, she saw, there's 1 or 2 persons who always get angry one. So she feel that, why not I say metta to him, So every day in the office, she said metta to him. Then as time goes on, she saw that this person changed his behavior, become much gentler and soft. So then my student was very happy. She felt that, wow, the metta is so powerful, right? So, so you don't have to wait until it becomes stream entry, nothing, no time to wait. If you this life cannot become stream entry, then you have no chance to practice metta and no chance to see how effective of the metta. I have seen so many people just follow when they learn under me and they try to put into practice even compassion, metta. They all see the effectiveness, and they are very new in the teaching of the Buddha. So it's the power of metta itself. It's not that your level, it's not your attainment that decide how powerful is a metta. It's the power of the metta itself. Whoever practice it, have faith in it, practice it, will see the effect. Okay. I think it's already 11.
Yeah. I would like to open one public question and to open the community, just one. Okay, Brother Fu.
Yeah, anyone who want to ask question, can raise your hand.
I think Baek Hun, you just now have shown your face already. You can give to some other someone else.
You all can unmute and just ask.
For those who have not yet shown her face, give yourself one opportunity. Tehun, can you give way to others?
Any questions from the Zoom?
Okay, if nobody, then okay, Tehun, what you want to ask? Please keep your question short.
Yes, Sayalay. How to overcome the ego, face our own ego and face others' ego and overcome it?
Contemplate cause and effect. I think we seldom, as a Buddhist disciple, I think we seldom contemplate conditioning phenomena. We seldom contemplate cause and effect. If you keep contemplate conditional phenomena, there is no ego. Everything happens due to the law of cause and effect. Right? Everything happens because of conditioning. There's no I who can control. There's no ego who can control one. So if you keep contemplating cause and effect more and more in your daily life, I think the ego will become less and less, less and less. But other people's ego cannot do anything, right? We only can help ourselves. We only can reduce our own ego. Other people's ego, they have to put effort to reduce theirs. So if you keep listen more to dependent origination, listen more and questioning more in your life. Why this happened? Why anger arise? Due to what anger arise? Due to what ego arise? Why I suffer? Why me? Where is I? Where the I comes from? Question. Ask yourself all these questions and find the answer in the Dhamma. Only then the ego will become less and less. Okay. Okay. So I think we finished today's lecture.